My name's Sally Lawson and I run Property Agent Circle alongside Karen Mills. And one of the questions we get asked quite a lot by letting agents is, why can't I grow? Why can't I get any bigger? I've got to around 60, 70 properties and I just can't grow anymore. And you know what? We hear this time and time and time again. So this is very, very common. Well, let's have a look at what the reasons are. Well, first of all, it's normally because the main owner of the business has done a fantastic job of getting themselves going, raring to go on that business, advertising, marketing, giving great service, growing clients and building that business, which is fantastic. But over the last few months, maybe even 6 months, and sometimes this has gone on for years, what's happened is they've ended up dealing more to do with the back end, the client accounting, the property management, the leaky taps, the toilets, the arrears, the vacates, all that sort of stuff. And what's happened is their time has shifted from front-end work more to back-end work. So just have a think about that. Imagine you've got 60 properties to manage. That's 60 rents coming in, 60 landlords to pay, 60 contractors to pay, 60 items of maintenance probably. You've got all sorts of viewings, checkouts, interims, inspections, renewals, compliance issues, management issues, legal changes, staff changes, HR. The list is endless. All of a sudden it's hard to find time to get back to hitting the phones, getting out there at networking and building that business. Could that be you? Well, it is the fact for so many letting agents, unfortunately, and we seem to see that somewhere between 60 and 100 properties, letting agents literally grind to a halt. And so what is the answer if that's you? What if that is you that's got to 60 to 100 properties? Well, first of all, the key is to start to get rid of some of the back-end stuff. Now, it's up to you how you deal with this. You could outsource it, you could get a property manager in, you could whatever. You need to do something. You need to find a way to outsource that back-end, the property management, the maintenance, the checkouts, the renewals, the rent arrears, the client accounts, all that sort of stuff. Get somebody else doing that if the sales and marketing is your bag, which it probably is because you got the business this far. Get yourself back onto the marketing. Get yourself back into giving great customer service for the landlords, doing what you did in the early days, going out to win business, having meetings, building that business, that empire that you set out to create in the first place. If you do that alone, you'll get yourself a lot further forward than you are right now. The other thing that's possibly needed and quite often is a change. And when I say a change, I mean probably a financial change. You know, like when you first started in business, it was a bit hard. You probably didn't have a lot of cash, you probably didn't have a lot of money, you were throwing everything to the business. You probably lived on the breadline or on limited funds for the first few months, and then it got easier. And what we see quite often is that 60 to 100 letting agents have got a little bit comfortable, and they don't want to dive back in. But you know what, you're going to have to. That means putting some of that money that you're making now back into your business, be that for staff, be that for marketing, be that for premises, systems, whatever it is. It's about putting some of that money back in and getting a little bit uncomfortable again. Taking that brave step of taking an extra negotiator on or an extra lister so that you can take that business to the next level. And third, if you're not going to outsource, or even if you do outsource, either way, it's important to make sure that you start putting money into systems. You're now a business, and at 60 to 100 properties, it's very, very difficult to run manually. So if you're still the person on the phone writing notes or using Excel and different various spreadsheets put together or really basic software, it's time to invest in systemization. You need process sheets for the staff so that you can bring a member of staff in and say, sit there and do that. You need a good system software to follow so that in the end, that if one of your staff try to do something that's not right, the software will stop them. It makes your compliance management much easier. So really look at different ways you can systemize, to train your team, to train yourself, to put those bedrocks in place to make sure mistakes don't happen. Because let's be honest, we all know what the Friday afternoon fire's like, and that's when some chaos has reigned on Friday afternoon and you're running around like a headless chicken trying to sort it because somebody forgot to do something. Put systems in place to prevent that, to protect you from that, because then it's more time spent on building your business. So I hope you found that useful. My name's Sally Lawson, this is Property Agent Circle. If you want to find out any more, then please visit our website, propertyagentscircle.co.uk. Thank you.